Everything is brown.
Yeah, it sure is. It's like a little bit of green, but we're talking like 1.5 inches of green grass. It's not very tall yet. What are we looking for, Brian? What color?
So last night, Lampers is in the tent and we're having a discussion about brown grass turning into green. And Ryan's like, yeah, when it's green and then it's like that real, when it turns chartreuse, that's when the bears are out. And I'm like, thinking about it all night, like, what the hell is chartreuse? Like, I just over here glassing going, nobody uses that word.
They don't, huh?
No.
What word would you describe it? Just bright green? That's kind of boring. But
there we go.
Lime?
Is that what chartreuse is? It's not purple. It's
Lime,
not blue.
Chartreuse is like a glowing green. Maybe a fluorescent green, fluorescent yellow. You haven't heard of chartreuse? I use that word all the time.
You're just more educated than me. Chartreuse.
Well, I'm a fisherman, so we used to fish with chartreuse all the time.
I see. Like when you make your own flies and stuff.
Green.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing's kind of boring, so I stay away from it mostly.
Yeah. You're wrong on a lot of things. That's one of them.
No, I do like some fishing, but not if I could big game hunt instead.
No,
but yeah.
We're looking for those big patches that just pop, like they just
bright green.
Drawn to look. Yeah, chartreuse.
So far, there's nothing.
Haven't seen a blade of chartreuse grass back here.
Like that.
It's pretty brown, but fortunately we got days to wait.
What I like about this is every time you throw the binoculars up, I'm like, this could be the moment. You have no idea what'll be back here. Blonde bear, red bear, dark black. Like, you don't know.
The bears are just like, they are where they are. You see them in scree fields, like in the rocks in the yellow. And you hope to see them in the green, which we should. But man, we could see one just bebopping up this big canyon here and just on the rocky side. So who knows? It's so nasty and gnarly. It just feels like a big bear spot.
Yeah.
But, I was thinking we might grab our stuff and there's a pretty good vantage rock right over there. It's a few hundred feet of elevation gain, but
yeah,
I think we'd get a pretty good view up there tonight before dark.
We crossed the river. Ryan had some waders, and then we hung a couple of the rafts in the trees. We got one raft that's in my pack. We're gonna bring that with us just in case. The river's shallow enough that we can wade across it right now, but that could change in 5 days. So we got 6 days worth of food. We could be up here as many as 7 days. We're not sure. We got a long hike in front of us today, but we're hoping to get into some green country and get us into some nice bears.
Oh.
Well, we hiked about 4 or 5 miles today, and now we're just perched up here on this ledge, just looking as far as I can see up this whole canyon. It's pretty gnarly. It's not the sort of canyon anyone would dive into, especially for a bear, so we ought to find a good one. Lots of game. We've seen, I don't know, probably 40 deer today. We've got our tents all set up, got the stoves all situated, got some fire going, got some wood for a fire. This morning we woke up, it was pretty wet, all our gear was pretty soaked, so it's nice to have a fire if we need to. We're gonna be glassing here for the rest of the night, and then at least into tomorrow. We might hike all the way up this ridge and then just walk this ridge out and look back on this side. If we do see a bear on this side, it's gonna be nasty. Straight down vertical across a flowing stream and then climb up the other side. So it'll be an adventure. Hopefully we can find a big old slob. I'd love to see a color phase bear. James has never had these electrolytes. Now we're gonna see what he thinks. He's gonna inhale it, snort it.
You
Got some water handy?
Yeah.
So once you dump it in your mouth, don't breathe. He is a pro.
Yeah, that's like pixie sticks. It's good. I like that.
He is a pro pixie stick guy. He's probably had more than any of us.
I thought that was a joke, the pixie stick thing, but you're not joking.
No, he's an expert at all candy.
What'd you think?
It's good. I could get used to those.
Well, saw a lot of deer this morning.
Holy smokes, they're everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know about you, I swear it's gotten greener since yesterday. Like in one day. So I was just telling you, I saw a little patch of, like a 50-yard patch of green down here in the bottom of this creek. And it was pretty chartreuse. Pert near chartreuse. So,
Nice.
but we got this giant basin to cover. We got a lot of miles to glass today, so it's going to be fun. We might not see them yet. Still might be a little early, but I think we're going to get eyes on some pretty sweet country.
Well, if the grass is chartreuse down there, it's just a matter of time.
I mean, we could wait on this one patch and just wait here for 10 days.
Because if it's chartreuse, it's like a bear magnet. And we're not talking bright green, folks. We're talking chartreuse.
That's another level.
Totally different animal. Well, across that river, got water. Now we're climbing the opposite hillside from where we camped yesterday. We're gonna get up here on the top of this, all the way at the top, and then run the ridges here and look off each side, especially this side. It just looks really good. Lampers did a little scouting on the old map. They like this spot. Nice and green, deep canyon. Looks like a place nobody will go. So,
Well, we're starting to get up high enough so we can look back into these cuts that we couldn't see. It looks great. We got a little bit of green showing up down on the creek bottom, just a quarter of the way up. There's a little bit of timber here, so it looks pretty good to me. There's a big cut we want to look up into. It runs way up, and there's some timber in it, so I think we just need to keep eyes on this whole mountain and spend some days here. We're going to see some bears.
man, I think we've seen 100 deer today. I think we've seen 100 deer today. More? Seen some bachelor herd bucks that barely have like 2 inches of horn.
There's deer just everywhere. Just watching us. They just don't see people back here. They don't know what we are. Looking down at this creek, and looks like these sheep are just coming out of it. So we got 2 rams right in the very bottom of this thing. Probably gonna work their way back up into these rocks. But I'm gonna phone scope. They're not huge rams, but they're probably 3/4. And we're kind of overlooking this big valley we've been wanting to get to, and there's deer everywhere. But no bears. There's not a lot of green to look at yet, but this is just a great valley. We got lots to look at, and hopefully here in the next few days we get something to kind of move away from its den and start chowing down. But there's a crud ton of deer up here.
We just set up this camp about an hour ago. We're gonna situate ourselves here for a little while, day or two, unless we see some action. All the water's way at the bottom of this new campsite. We got this bank of snow on the backside of this mountain, so we can stay up here at the top. We just gotta boil a lot of it, but otherwise we'd have to hike to the very bottom, and that you just can't do that. We're at 6,000 feet right now. We're just hoping we see a bear or see a wolf. We got tags for both. So we came up here this evening and glassed up a lot of deer, a lot of sheep. We're pretty far from camp. We'll be hiking back in the dark. Our camp is way down ridge this direction. Way down there. So tomorrow we'll probably sit at our shelters, glass all day. So far, no bears. Just seems like they're not quite out of their dens yet, or they're just not up and moving. We knew there probably weren't going to be any bears out yet. It'd be tough to get on them. But we got time. We're going to spend a few days here, and then we might head out and come back for a second leg. The goal is to get a bear, though. I've been up glassing for hours while these guys have been loafing.
Yeah, loafing. Yeah, I heard you just crawl out of bed.
Dude, I've been up for hours.
It's so nice in here.
It is cozy.
Just checking the weather.
Feel the heat here. These boots are a little banged up. Those are worse.
This is what a real boot looks like. Well, it's been, I don't know, not the most exciting day, but got up, glassed. We've glassed for hours today, just hoping to pick something up. But so yeah, we've just been kind of sitting on this ridge and really picking apart the lower country, that lower quarter of the mountain, hoping to pick something up, but pretty slow. Hopefully they come out. But other than that, I've been sipping bone broth, eating up all my snacks. And luckily we wouldn't even be up here if the snow wasn't here. We got this kind of north ridge, we got plenty of snow, so we're getting water, melting water, kind of just filling our hydro packs, and they're black, so we can just lay them in the sun and it just melts inside, so we got all the water we need. This would be a really tough spot to be if we didn't have this little bit of snow up on top here, so fortunate for that. But yeah, overall pretty slow day, but you just never know with bears. One could pop out right below our camp here at any point, so just gonna keep on it. We just picked up our first bear. I picked up just a bright red coat, just like strutting down the mountain. Blonde, then he kind of turned. He's got kind of blondish sides and a red stripe. But no, he's down there. He's just flipping rocks and feeding this morning. So there's a little split ghost ridge there as well that we can't quite see from here. But when we get to the top of this one, we may be able to see him. But there is another splitter ridge that gets us 300 and in. Sweet. So, boogie. He's right down there. He's a good bear. He's a bear worth going for. Of course, he's way in the bottom. They just cruise so fast. So I say we get down this valley, cruise the bottom. It'll mask our sound. We can get pretty tight. We're gonna get down to these rocks. He's gonna be within 300 yards, unless it just motors, but he slowed down a little bit. He dumped into this little crack. But it's noisy up here, so we gotta stay in this cut.
We just gotta get to this ridge, and then we're in position. It should be about 300 yards, 250, something like that. We're close.
He's going over that yellow ridge.
I see him.
5:30. Let's go for him.
Yep.
Wind's good.
Well, he was right here, but man, he moved up canyon. We were within 500 yards. Got to 250 where he should have been. He moved another 250, and he went over that edge. So we're gonna catch up to him. It's gonna take a little time. Whew. This is straight down, man. This is gnarly. shoot him and he went over the edge. Barely got the camera on him, so we want to get closer anyway. Yep.
Well, word is, he's got us on the run. He's just, every time we sneak a peek, he's just cresting the next ridge. There's not enough green to hold him in one spot. He's just moseying, flipping rocks a little bit, and just cruising. So we're trying to play catch up right now, but we got a big rock wall on the other side. I think he's gonna be in this next draw. He gave us the slip. We're about 100 yards from where he went up and over where we last saw him. So hopefully, the wind has been good, so it's not gonna be anything about that. It's just whether we can pick him up in this nasty, nasty draw. It's snarly.
I kept trying to get some video of that bear, and every time it almost happened, he just went over the ridge, man. Couldn't catch a break. But he went over the ridge we're on. He went over that toward the bottom here. And it's thick and rocky and cliffed out and nasty. And we're hoping he's just down in there. He's just down here a little bit. He's gonna come out sometime today, I hope. I mean, he could have went up and over, but we're gonna play the odds that he's just down in this nasty stuff. Our camp is right up there. That big peak. We're camped to the left of it. So he was down here the whole time, like we thought. Just down in one of the little rock walls, tucked in somewhere. And I just happened to be looking down here, and he was crawling up out of there, and he got on the ridge and just right into the next one in no time. So we got a little spot down here that should put us within probably 250, maybe closer. When he comes out of that hole, he may go down to the creek, he may go up, but we got a pretty good crack if we get over to this next spot. I think we go straight down and hit that trail. Game trail right there. Yep. Use that same one. Last we saw, he crossed right on that ridge right there. So we're close. Oh, easy. Oh, I got it.
Oh, no.
It fell off a cliff.
I saw.
Well, he ain't gonna live through that. That's a long
fall.
drop. I thought he was stuck right there. I thought for sure he was going down. That was not easy to film.
We got him though.
That bear made us work, didn't he?
He did. He's a nice bear.
Shoot, man. I was like, is he gonna turn? Because it was close.
It was only hard quarter or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he turned that last bit. I was like, okay, he's gonna shoot now. Now's the time. You weren't gonna get much better than that. He was going over.
Well, he's had a
How many ridges did he get over?
He's had a history of showing his butt to us for about 5-6 ridges here, so.
That's no joke. About 5 ridges.
Yeah. He was about to do it again. He just doesn't. He gave us a look, but he wasn't giving us much of a turn. Well, we just got to get probably creek. We'll hit the creek, come up and get him. Perfect, man. That couldn't have worked out any better, right?
Oh, it's so hard to get film on that.
Oh, what a grind. We can actually see our tents from here, but it's a long ways off. I cringed as soon as I saw him where he was, because I knew there's a good chance he's going off that, but
I thought
you know what?
Get away.
If it's anything like all the others, he's just going to get into the bottom there and we'll go get him.
Oh, you nailed him, Ryan. You hit him right behind the shoulder, and then out through the offside shoulder.
I thought he was gonna lay up in that bush there.
He hit the first ledge, and then he hit that second ledge by that little bush, and then he went. But
Oh,
I had to move the camera to see him fall.
Still good, but yeah, you need your head.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet though. It's crazy.
I bet there's nothing wrong with him at all.
I hope he had a soft landing down there. As long as that meat's okay, I'm happy. Tenderized or not tenderized, it's all gonna be good. I'm happy, man. Worked out.
Had to go all the way to the bottom. We're gonna have to go to the bottom, hit the river, come up the river, and get into that canyon. There's just too many cliffs.
Well, we gotta go grab this bear. So, we got to scurry down to the river. I don't know, we got a few hundred yards of boulder field to claw our way up in there and hopefully find him right in there. Or maybe if we're lucky, he rolled down a little further. But we got to grind to get up in there. And then we got what's it going to be, about 2,300 feet of climb out of here on a hot day.
We go to that peak saddle right there.
Man, this freaking shale, this rocky shale, is crazy.
Nice trail.
I can see him Holy crap, that was brutal. Brutal. He's right here in this brush. What a grind. That hill sucked.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's see. There he is, Ryan. Woo! What a grind. What a pretty coat, dude.
Oh man.
Like a little butterball.
Look at that. Look at those little ears. Beautiful color, eh?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Heck yeah.
Jeez, he's so thick.
What a pretty bear.
My gosh.
Well, that was a fall. Not there.
Yeah, just hit.
Just hit.
I wish this wasn't here. Could have went a little bit further.
Were you saying you want to roll into the bottom?
You know, there's a few places where you literally know people haven't been. It's just one of those places.
Is that your guess?
Oh, I can rest assured nobody's been in this little hole. It's just off the wall. It's beauty. Man, so thick. So
What a pretty bear.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's pretty cool. All right, here.
He does. He does look just grizz all the way, right?
Heavier than a chamois?
Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah. Just such a cool color. Well, how many feet is that, Brian? We got probably at least 200 feet.
200 feet, at least. Yeah.
That's a long ways up. It's like over 200 feet.
That's pretty. It's a huge cliff.
Hey folks, I hope you guys enjoyed that gritty film. This YouTube channel is exclusively hunt films. There's no other content published here. So if you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a gritty film production. And if you want to see more behind the scenes gear discussions and other podcast content, check out our other YouTube channel, Gritty Gear and Podcast. And for gritty discounts, events, and merch, check out our website at briancall.com.